The Future of Finance is the name of a global initiative of the CFA Institute. It's actually, there's efforts in 140 countries actually going on right now. The initiative features events like this one, publications, media. It's a very multifaceted, but the efforts have actually been going on for many years. This is more of a formalization of those efforts. It all revolves around the 6 pillars you see pictured here. Putting investors first, financial knowledge, retirement security, safeguarding the system, regulation and enforcement, and transparency and fairness. For those of you unfamiliar with the CFA Institute, I suppose it's best known for the CFA Charter, which is easily the most well-recognized and respected investment management designation globally. What you may not know is the CFA Institute is also a strong advocate for ethical behavior and also advocates regularly with lawmakers, including at the SEC, FINRA, and they use their influence as most of the CFA charter holders and members are leaders in the investment management profession. ASFIP is the Atlanta Society of the CFA Institute. Our mission is closely tied to the CFA Institute. Both the CFA Institute and ASFIP are deeply concerned about what you see here, which is that we've lost a little bit of trust. As you can see, we are currently ranked above the media, which I suppose is good news. But I think everybody here can agree that we have some work to do, and that's basically what we're here to talk about today. I believe that based on the enthusiasm that I've seen for this event and the enthusiasm I've seen just from talking to everyone here, that just using the ideas that are here in this room today, we can easily rise above the tech sector here. You don't ever want your clients to be fully trusting because you want them watching, and I think a healthy dose of skepticism is fine. Now, the CFA Institute is constantly advocating for ethical behavior, and really, what you can see from this quote here, ethical behavior is a much higher standard than legal behavior, and in order to hold everyone to this, we believe that if you believe that I'm preaching to the choir here, that you should advocate for the law to catch up to what we're already doing. And that's what the CFA Institute is doing. The CFA Institute is advocated on behalf of the fiduciary rule at the DOL. They've done a lot with the SEC, the FINRA, already just this year. And this part here about no one else being watching, I believe that it's very good to advocate for clients to watch. And the way you can do that is by making sure that your clients know about investments. And I think that at ASFIP, our dedication to setting up a foundation last year to advocate for financial literacy and dedicate significant resources toward financial literacy is a significant step on this. And so the CFA Institute actually has a lot of investor-facing collateral. If you have there's a bag sitting just outside here, and inside that bag there is the Statement of Investor Rights. Now these are great, big, broad principles that every investor should know that they can expect from us in addition to ethical behavior. But the CFA Institute realized that this is maybe a little broad, and so they this year just released the Realize Your Rights Guide, which demands very detailed answers and very specific information from your investment professional. So we're going to be doing some public education on this, trying to make sure that the public uses this kind of questionnaire before hiring an investment professional. And we believe that way we can improve the profession. We're very fortunate to have with us today Teresa McCartney from Governor Deal's office. We have worked with the governor for the past 3 years to make a declaration in May on behalf of putting investors first. And they've been very kind. Teresa is the state CFO, and she is the director of the governor's Office of Planning and Budget, an office she was appointed to in 2012. She actually began with the governor's office in 2001, and she was the superintendent of the Race to the Top initiative. Teresa, wherever you are, on behalf of, thank you. On behalf of ASFIP, I'd like to thank you for your efforts on this. And I'd like to invite Teresa as well as Steve Davenport, if he's around, to come up to the stage.
Good morning. Guys, you can do better than that. Good morning. You have a long day in here, so you make sure you guys are wide awake, get a good breakfast, get a lot of coffee to get you going. It really is a pleasure to be here to be able to provide the proclamation. The governor is naming the month of May the Investors First Month, and if it's okay, I was going to take a few minutes to read the proclamation. Investors First Month. Whereas investors is part of the foundation of a strong, sound, and growing economy. Trust, ethical practices, and fair treatment are paramount to the investment profession. And whereas investors are important employers across the state of Georgia, providing value, job opportunities, and support to local, regional economies. And whereas organizations like the Atlanta Society of Finance and Investment Professionals, a member society of the CFA Institute, are committed to professional excellence in the investment profession and are champions for ethical behavior and integrity in investment markets, as well as fair treatment for all investors. And whereas, as we continue to move Georgia's economy forward in the 21st century job market, it is essential that investors play a key role in the state's growth. And therefore, Governor Nathan Deal, Governor of the state of Georgia, do hereby proclaim May 2016 as Investors First Month in Georgia. Again, we just want to thank all of you for partnering with the state. I will say it is absolutely critical that we work together. We had a conversation before we came up here about, especially around financial literacy, and that is one of our priorities as a state of how do we provide better guidance to our citizens to make sure that they really understand what they need to do now to be able to be prepared, especially when they retire. So if, as CFO, if there's ever an opportunity that I can do anything for any of you in the room, please feel free to reach out to me.